We're all communicating by way of us having that same common ground, that same common understanding, that commonwealth of salvation, which we're putting on the internet, we come out to the highways and the byways. We agree with one another when we see that happening. Right? It says, and they shall be mine, saith Yahweh of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them, as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Yeah. Because that's what we're wanting, man. So the Lord said it. He's like, as long as y'all doing what y'all got to do, you meet these criterias, you're good. I'm going to take care of you. And it's true, man. He will take care of you, man. As long as we're all doing our part, man. We're being better men. I want to be better. I need to be better, man. You know, you can't go into, you want to rule, you want to receive all these things that the Most High says, and you're still a nigga, you're still a bitch, you're still a punk. You don't want, the Lord ain't gonna let you. You ain't gonna get it. You have to change, man. We have to change for the better, according to the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Al-Bashar. We have to put off that old man and put on the new. Scriptures go into all that, man. Mortifying the members. And it's not, has nothing to do about has nothing to do with the world. Has nothing to do with being friendly with people. It's about, the people are going to see that and they're going to be amazed by that, man. You know, that we have a love towards one another like that. I think that was it on that. Yeah. Let me get that one. John. This is John, chapter 13, verse 33. Little children, yet a little while I am with you. You shall seek me. And as I said unto the Jews, whither I go, you cannot come. So now I say to you, a new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another. As I loved you, that you also love one another. By this shall all men know that you are my disciples, if you have love one to another. There you go, man. By this shall all men know that you are my disciples. So it has nothing to do about the world. It has everything that to do what the world can't offer or doesn't give and show to us. This is John chapter 16, verse 19. Now Yahushua knew that they were desirous to ask him, and said unto them, and he said unto them, do you inquire among yourselves of what I said a little while, and ye shall not see me? And again, a little while, and ye shall see me. Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice, and ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy. And that's where we're at, man. We're in a place that's full of hell, man. Full of unrighteousness, wickedness, vexation of spirit. So when we come into this is what our resting place is, man. This is where we rest. This is where we should be able to rest, find comfort. The Lord likened the word unto a comforter, man. The scriptures are all comfort to us, man, in our spirit. It says, a woman when she is travailed has sorrow, because her hour is come. But as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembereth no more the anguish for the joy that a man is born into the world. And ye now therefore have sorrow, but I will see you again, and your heart shall rejoice, and your joy no man take it from you. That's right, man. So in the meanwhile, where do we find that joy? Within the brotherhood, within reading, within watching videos of brothers, studying, being mindful of one another, praying for one another, knowing that we have other men like ourselves on the highways and the byways that are fighting for the same cause, that want righteousness, that want a city that's built upon righteousness, a kingdom. You know? We want that, man. You should want that. Not strive, not fighting, not arguing. You know? And like I said, it's not towards any individual. I don't, I don't talk to too many brothers. I don't talk to brothers like that to know what's going on. You know? But if it is, know that you can fix it, man. Know that you can get it right. Put differences aside. Fuck that carnality bullshit. Fuck the mindset of what it thinks or what it wants. It's about what Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah want, man. You in this thing all the way. You in this thing till death. The Lord said, let me get it. This is Sirach 4:28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Right? Are you in it for that? Are you in it for the long haul like that? And that also pertains to your brother. Are you willing to die for your brother? And the Lord might set it up to where it might be a brother that you don't agree with all the time. You might be bumping heads with. You're going to deliver your brother up. You're going to forsake your brother because he offended you in a way. Yeah, man. It's real. I'm going to hold that still. Ephesians. I think I finished that one. Well, I finished this one too, but let me finish this one up for 2 Corinthians 9:13. Whilst by the experiment of this ministration they glorify the Most High for your professed subjection unto the gospel of Yahushua Mashiach, and for your liberal distribution unto them and unto all men. You see, so that distribution is very important. Okay, it's gonna go a long way, man. Charity, it's gonna go a very long way. There was something in there that I wanted to bring out that I saw. This is 1 Corinthians 9:16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. For necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. What is my reward then? Verily, that when I preach the gospel, I may make the gospel of Yahushua Mashiach without charge, that I abuse not my power in the gospel. Okay, and that pertains to brothers, man. How you go about doing this thing, and how it affects, brothers. The sheep. You don't abuse your power, man. It says, "For though I be free from all men, yet have I made myself servant unto all, that I might gain the more." See, the greater thou art, the more humble you are, man. Okay, that's who that leader really is. That's a future leader, man. And it says, "Unto the Jews I became as a Jew, and that I might gain the Jews. To them that are under the law, as under the law, and that I might gain them that are under the law. To them that are without law, as without law, being not without law to the Most High, but under the law of Yahushua Mashiach, that I might gain them that are without the law." So it's going to benefit everybody, like I stated earlier. They're going to know the world's gonna know, all men are gonna know that you are my disciples, and they're gonna take what's the word? Not into consideration, but they're gonna see that with their eyes and think upon those things. It may not be enough for them to change, but they're gonna know that there is a power. Or these brothers, they love each other, man. Look at that. You know? Because Israel, 2/3 are out there. They laugh and go out together and all that stuff. But guess what? Yeah, people may see them and they're having fun, but they're fighting with each other. They may not know. They may not see what's going on behind closed doors. The guys that they're walking amongst themselves, they're probably one or two of them are probably sleeping around with those same guys in that same crowd's wives, man. Don't even know it. But that shit is not going on with us brothers, with us. Okay? Because we have the law. We follow after Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Right? It says, to the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. See? Not many people have, well, not people, but I'm going to say brothers. They don't have that much experience with dealing with certain brothers. That there's different spirit personalities. You know? You have to have experience dealing with those men. Okay? And it's not just knowing the scriptures, where the verses are that prove how it says to deal with the weak or the strong or the proud and stuff like that. Do you have experience dealing with them personally? That's what I'm talking about. Okay? And I don't think a lot of brothers have that ability. Okay? Because it takes you either going through it, experience. Okay? That's what it boils down to, experience. Okay? And how were you nurtured? Because you could have been nurtured fucked up. You weren't nurtured properly, raised up properly out of that state. So you're going to show forth that same shit that you were nurtured in. Okay? So that's what I'm talking about. Now let's go, where was I? Yeah. Going back to 1 Corinthians 9 and 22. I am made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. Yeah. And this I do for the gospel's sake, that I may be partaker thereof with you. That's brotherly love, man. That's love. Who's gonna do that? Who takes the time to do that? I don't know nobody in my life. I don't know anybody outside this truth that I have that has that. Nobody. Not my mom, not my dad, no one. You know? Like I said, I barely even talk to brothers. So really, I'm just by myself. Really, I'm just learning as in my walk, through experience, going through things, learning from my childhood all the way up to this very point, going back to the scriptures, crying out to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know? So, yeah, man, it takes experience. But when I do come across those kind of people, or if I do come across a brother, I'm gonna condescend to that man's low estate. All right? Or I'm gonna utilize what I've learned through my experience, my walk, what I went through, what I've experienced with certain personalities, certain people. You know? That's where you're gonna gain that respect, that love from other brothers. Now, if you're always a hard ass and you're always like this, like that, and you're always the same motherfucker, people are gonna be like, oh, he's just gonna give me the same response. Or he's just like that. But if you know how to adapt. Adapt goes back to change. You know how to change. Like Paul, he was able to go from these different levels. It tells you that in the book of Philippians. He knew how to be abounding and be abased for the elect, or even in his own situations. It says, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize, so run that you may obtain. Yeah, so everybody has to obtain. You have to run, but you're running for that prize, man. So you're gonna do everything in your arsenal to the best of your ability to make sure you get that prize. Not half-stepping. You know, not being partial. You know, not just expecting like like when Yahushua rebuked the Pharisees, said that they just wanted cumin, anise, right? Those herbs, but they omitted the weightier matters of the law, which was mercy, judgment, faith. And what does faith go back to? Confidence, building you up. They weren't doing that shit. They just wanted everything to be catered to them. They wanted to be looked up, to be seen of men. You know? It says, and every man that striveth for the masteries is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. Because there's a whole spectrum of things that have to be fulfilled, not just one thing. You know, and that's to anybody that you may feel like, you know, you're not doing enough. Well, it's probably because you're not doing the other spectrums of what the Bible tells you to do, man. That's what, either you're gonna listen and try to figure it out, or you're gonna be short. You're gonna be lacking in that time. It says, I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. Yeah. It's like the Lord's word, we know that it's not going to return unto him void. So therefore we have to have that same mentality. We have to believe that this word, what I'm teaching right now, there's a brother out there that's gonna profit him. He's gonna take heed to this. A brother, sister, whatever. When this video is uploaded and whoever takes the time to listen to my videos, I did my job. I wasn't out here beating up the air, just speaking into the air where it's not going to go into where it needs to prosper. The scriptures say that. Even though we speak up into the air, because it's all spiritual. But I believe that this is going to be profitable to those that watch these videos, man. It says, but I keep under my body and bring it unto subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. That's why I say you have to be very careful when it comes to doing this work and dealing with brothers, man. You know, being sincere, sincerity and truth is very important, man. You know, you gotta given this you've been given this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You have to take care of it. It's like if somebody, we know that scriptures say that he gives you this, it's like a householder, leaves you leaves you to manage his property and his servants and everything else like that, and he comes back and his servants are beat. He's gonna look at you and cast you out and look at you as an evil servant, man. You know. Going back real quick, I'm gonna finish it up. 2 Corinthians 9:14. And by their prayer for you, which long after you for the exceeding grace of our power in you, thanks be unto the Most High for his unspeakable gift. Right. The Spirit, man, the Holy Spirit, faith, brotherly love, having brothers. You know, it's a gift, man. To be shown the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. I'm going to finish this one up also in Hebrews 13:3. Remember them that are in bonds and bound with them, and them which suffer adversity, as being yourselves also in the body. See, because we're all one body. So you got to remember that all the parts suffers. It's like when you work out or you do an activity, your whole body's aching. It ain't just one part. I mean, it can happen that way, but when you're actually applying your whole body into something, your whole body's going to be achy later on that night, next morning, or in the middle of the night when you're asleep. So we're all hurting, man. We're all going through something, man. And we all need that mercy We all need that compassion, you know, that love, man, that charity. And I ain't talking about gifts. I ain't talking about that. I don't need that shit. You know, well, what it is, what matters to me, man, is sincerity, truth, honesty. And after that, everything will trickle. You know what I'm saying? After that, everything will trickle. It's gonna trickle to, you know, brothers giving you money, helping you out, taking you out to eat, surprising you with the gift, you know, doing shit that you wouldn't even expect, like you would do for a woman you loved. That's how I see it. That's how I believe it. You know what I'm saying? First is that sincerity and that truth, man. That trust. Putting away lying, like the scriptures say, not lying towards one another. Stop being a nigga, because, man, I've seen a lot of motherfuckers out in my city. A lot of different kind of spirits, a lot of different attitudes, a lot of different scheming, a lot of different word playing game shit and all that, trying to spit game. I heard it all, man. Not everything, but I've been around. I know what's up with these motherfuckers out here. You know? Some people don't even realize that they're still doing it. Trying to get over certain things. You know? It's all about just being true, man. True to one another. You know? Just like the Lord's word. Some of those things are just not enough for some people, man. You know? It's like the word is not enough for people. This ain't enough. The Bible's not enough for everybody, man. You know? They want to see it. They want to see the Lord. They want to see that He's for real, that He really exists. He is, but it's going to be too damn late when it comes, because the Lord don't operate that way. The Lord said, blessed are your eyes that have not seen or heard. You know? You have to believe in this thing and have faith, man. Confidence. You know, the Lord's word is plain. It's the simplicity in Yahweh Shai, man. You ain't putting no extra twist into it. Like somebody on the streets, you want to always put this extra shit into it. Oh, man, you ain't got to do all that. Just keep your yay, yay, and your nay, nay, man. And then if I don't believe it when He told me, when it comes to pass, I'm going to be like, kept His word, man. He's real. Kept His word, right? If somebody's not keeping their word, just spitting a lot of words, I'm going to look at you as a bullshitter, man. You know? I'm going to see you as somebody ain't got his shit together. Not everybody's meant to be a leader. Anybody can know a lot of scriptures. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the end all be all to fulfilling the script, the lot of a leader. That's why a lot of these companies, they fuck up, man. They fuck up and they put their judgments off. You know, they were probably tricked, or they were just good friends, and they put those people in those positions. You know? This is Sirach 27. I'm gonna read from the top instead of bringing out the main scripture. Sirach 27:1. Many have sinned for a small matter, and he that seeketh for abundance will turn his eyes away. As a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so does sin stick close between buying and selling. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. Right? So you got to hold fast yourself diligently in the fear of the Lord. Not in just one area, this area, but all the areas. Or you'll be shown that your house will be overthrown, meaning you will be overthrown. As when one sifteth with a sieve, the refuse remaineth, so the filth of man in his talk. You know? The furnace proveth the potter's vessel, so the trial of man is in his reasoning. That's right. So anybody can just keep running their mouth, saying this, saying that, but it's in your reasoning on how you move, on how you, if you're keeping your yay, yay, your nay, nay, man. Is your reasoning right? Your cognitive right up there? Are you sincere? Are you for real? Are you applying these scriptures, which makes one wise? Not just knowing the scriptures, not just regurgitating the scriptures, but are you applying them into your life, in your walk? Are you learning from it? It says, the fruit declareth if the tree had been dressed, so is the utterance of a conceit in the heart of man. See? So that's how I'm going to tell. If you're, I'm going to look in the inner man. It's like Yahweh Shai said, he looks at the inner man, not the outer. Not with lip service or eye service. Hell no, I don't fall for that shit. It says, praise no man before thou hearest him speak, for this is the trial of man. Yeah. Praise no man before thou hearest him speak. So you can also, I'll listen to you speak, but I'm within that speech, within that speaking, I'm deciphering it. I'm already deciphering what it is that you're saying and how you're saying it, how you're trying to project it. You know? And then we'll see what happens. The actions. You know? Yeah. And it says, if thou followest righteousness, thou shalt obtain her and put her on as a glorious long robe. Meaning that you're going to be seen, man. You're going to see that light. You're going to know. You know? Where you're going to really find out on how brothers are dealing with one another, are dealing with you. Okay? Because you got to remember complacency. Complacency. You know? The birds will resort unto their light, so will truth return unto them that practice in her. See, you got to practice in this truth, man. You got to put it into practice. Rehearse the righteous acts, man. Receive the gifts of the Spirit. Receive the virtues. On being brotherly, on being humble, meek, apt to teach, slow to speak, quick to listen. You know, using proper judgment, using proper discretion. Not just going based off because of what a brother may sound like on a video or how he speaks or whatever the case may be. All that simple, unnecessary stuff. It's about the heart. Like Yahweh Shai looks at the inner man, man. You know? Let's see if anything else on there. That's it on there. Oh, let me read verse 17. Sirach 27:17. Love thy friend and be faithful unto him, but if thou be raised to secrets, follow no more after him. Yeah, see, like I was saying, you know, you can't always just speak to everybody about what's going on, because not everybody's equipped with those characteristics on how to deal with a brother's situation or deal with the certain spirit of a brother. Okay? So you got to be careful. Not careful in the sense that the brother is not, it doesn't mean he's wicked. It just means that he's not experienced on dealing with the situation. So you're just not, you're not getting anything that's going to profit you. Okay? But it says, love thy friend and be faithful unto him. And you got to love each other and be faithful to one another, man. Like a man and a woman that can agree together. That's a beautiful thing in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Right? We're married unto Yahweh Shai. We're the bride. He's the bridegroom. So we're all married towards one another, man. We're all brothers, sisters, you know, fathers, mothers, you know. Scriptures say we have to be like nurses towards one another. But most of the time, what are nurses when you go to the hospitals? They're all females, right? They know how to nurse you up. What does a woman do to her child? She nurses her child, breastfeeds him, clothes her or him with this proper attire, changes his or her diaper, comforts the baby, rocks, swaddles, cradles, pacifies the baby. Yeah. That comes with the job of a man of the Lord as well when he deals with brotherhood, man. Yeah. You don't agree with me? Show me in the scriptures where it says that. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse I'll start at verse I'll start at verse 17. Fear not, thou mother of the children, for I have chosen thee, saith Yahweh. For thy help will I send my servants Isaiah and Jeremiah, after whose counsel I have sanctified and prepared for thee 12 trees laden with diverse fruits, as many fountains flowing with milk and honey, and 7 mighty mountains whereupon there grow roses and lilies, whereby I will fill thy children with joy. The kingdom, man. It goes into that the trees laden with diverse fruits, the healings of the nation, going into Revelations with chapter 21, 22, I believe. Let me look real quick. Yeah, Revelation chapter 22. Yeah, that's where we're going to receive our joy, right? It says, do right to the widow, judge for the fatherless, give to the poor, defend the orphan, clothe the naked, heal the broken and the weak, laugh not at a lame man to scorn, defend the maimed, and let the blind man come into the sight of my clearness. Keep the old and young within thy walls. Wheresoever thou findest the dead, take them and bury them, and I will give thee the first place in my resurrection. Abide still, O my people, and take thy rest, for thy quietness shall come. For thy quietness shall come. But it said, take thy rest, O my people, abide still. Where are we going to do that? With amongst each other. In this work, being occupied in prophecy, preaching,